Well, keep a close eye again today on the Ontario legislature as the controversy continues to swirl around the choice of a new provincial police chief. On the heels of allegations of favoritism and political interference in the selection process, Premier Doug Ford now faces a serious allegation that his office asked the force to hide a questionable expense. Mike Crawley has more on the claim and who is making it.
The Ontario Provincial Police are fortunate.
Brad Blair is the top police officer in Ontario right now. He's interim OPP commissioner, a 32-year veteran, and the latest allegations about Premier Doug Ford come from him. Blair wants an investigation into Ford's move to appoint his friend Ron Taverner to be the new OPP boss. Blair says it raises doubts about the force's political independence and undermines public trust in the OPP. The bombshell in Blair's 9-page letter to the Ombudsman, he says the Premier's Chief of Staff, Dean French, told the OPP to buy a large camper-type vehicle and modify it to the Premier's specifications. French then asked that the costs of the vehicle be kept off the books.
It's a bad episode of Pimp My Ride and hiding it from the books.
Taverner is defending the Premier's new ride. I am told it's not a camper van, but an extended size van. The Toronto Police Superintendent told the Toronto Sun he's a big guy and it would have more room to work while he's on the road.
I feel strongly that Mr. Ford, and specifically Mr. Taverner, should come forward and ask for a delay in his appointment to clear his name.
What does Ford have to say to all this? His staff blocked journalists from getting near him at a conference in a Toronto hotel. He mentioned not a word of the controversy in his 10-minute speech, then left through a back door on the other side of the ballroom. That launched a game of cat and mouse through the hotel and outside as reporters and photographers tried to find the Premier. After using 2 of his OPP cars as decoys, Ford's team drove him away in a third.
When you're the Premier of the province and you're running and hiding from the media, it means you have something to hide from. It means you've got some guilt there and you're trying to avoid fessing up.
The OPP controversy is coming to a head. That's because Ron Taverner is due to be sworn in on Monday, and the current commissioner and the opposition say he should not take over the police force until an investigation into his appointment is complete. Mike Crawley, CBC News, Toronto.